Hello, welcome to my cards for the week. Today is Sunday, May the 3rd, and I'm shuffling the cards as I speak. So, just a little reminder that if you would like a full, personal, in-depth reading with intuitive guidance of 10 or more cards, I have a lockdown reduction price of only €25. So you can go to my website at deborahjanesutton.com and book your personal reading. But for this general reading, do we have any guidance for this week? Do we have any energy healing concepts that will help us understand and expand? Spirit loves these words. And do we have anything else that's going to help us grow and evolve? These are what we want to do, and raise our vibrations. Anything to help us raise our vibrations. No, I don't have anything else coming up. So it looks like it's, oh, yes, I do. I was going to say it looks like expanding and evolving and growing is enough, but we're going to raise our vibrations too. So that's perfect. I've got them face down as always. That's the way I prefer to work. So let's see what we have in store for us this week. Okay, so here we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so the Seven of Wands. The message with this card is don't give up. And stand your ground. Now, the wands tell us that we're talking physical issues, okay, in the physical world. Okay, things are really happening energetically. Things are really, really happening on a spiritual level. People are really raising their vibrations, understanding things. People are releasing limiting beliefs and getting new thoughts, new, more positive thoughts that align more with truth and divinity. And that's what's raising their whole level of consciousness. But in the process of that happening, because it's all logical, well, maybe it always is logical, but in the process of that happening, the manifestation of all of that growth causes a little bit of friction and chaos in the physical world, whether it be with relationships, jobs not running smoothly, activities that you normally do not running smoothly, any physical matter manifestation of your life, aspects of your life, your reality. So sometimes not running smoothly. This can be obviously, planetary reasons, planets in retrograde and stuff like that. That's not my area of expertise, but they always seem to be relevant, of course. So the first message is stand your ground and don't give up, okay? So just what I want to say with this card is I want to say walk away from the resistance. See, what's happening is we're almost having like an internal struggle because we're growing in one way, and then that goes against everything that we've been programmed to believe or think or do. So then we have this internal struggle going on. So my advice for getting around that, and I'm always talking to myself too when this stuff comes in, is be aware of when you've got resistance, because resistance is basically you not loving what is. And resistance is basically you not in alignment. And resistance is resistance. So really, next time you feel that resistance of like, no, that's not right, I don't want to do that, no, that's not good, that feeling of resistance, just take a deep breath and ask yourself, is it important? Because you know what, 9 times out of 10, it's really not important. Then ask yourself, is there a limiting belief behind this? Is there something I need to change within me? Because if you're feeling resistance, it's because you're not in alignment with your own energy, which is perfect, flowing love. So just be careful. Just acknowledge that resistance within you And just ask yourself, okay, I don't need to do that at this time. Or, okay, there's a better way. Or, okay, I'm just going to do something different for a while. What do I want to do? What can I do at the moment that's going to fill me with excitement and inspiration? Just walk away from resistance if you can. Play with it. Play with it. Let's see what else is coming up. Okay. Well, this is lovely because I love the way the cards kind of follow on because we're still in wands, okay? But look, he's now at peace and he's looking at his new horizon. So this is really, for me, this is really exciting. There's lots of fruition around his wands and he's looking, he's looking at his new horizons, which have developed from him not focusing on his resistance. Focus on where you flow, because resistance is basically where your energy stops. It's like you try and do a job and it's not working. It just keeps going wrong. And, you're like, it's just not working. And you have to keep pushing yourself through. And a lot of the other programs, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I mean, yes, I'm not saying that that's always wrong, but try again later when you're more in the flow. Don't keep pushing against the same resistance. Turn around, go and do something else. Just follow your flow. Follow what feels good. Follow what feels good. And this is talking about all areas of your life. So we're talking about talk to people that make you feel good. If you're talking to someone and you're just feeling uncomfortable, just have a rain check on that. If you're doing an activity and it's just not flowing, take a rain check on that. Because just by doing that, it's so simple. Just by doing that, you're putting yourself more in your flow, and your flow is divine love, which I've already said, and I'll say it again. Your flow is divine love. So put yourself in that. We have this programming. It happens a lot with this idea about no pain, no gain. You've got to push past the back and all this. Why? I want to ask why. Okay, go with your flow because your flow knows. Okay, so this is you looking at a new horizon. This is how we heal ourselves. And that's why so many people are healing / evolving / growing / waking up, whatever you want to call it, through lockdown. Because we've got more time on our hands and we can flow more easily, and we've got more time to reflect. We've got more time to reflect on why and how we're doing things. That's why we're growing. Okay, so this is the new horizons, and they're bright, lovely, positive new horizons that are coming from you being in your divine love flow. Okay, because that energy is going to attract back to you that divine love frequency. So it's got to be a positive result. So there's your horizons, improving with that, right to the extent of heaven on earth. Keep going, keep doing that. Do it a few times and then you'll realize, oh my God, this is how it works. I've got to do the thing that makes your heart sing. Oh, I sound like an old gramophone record. Stuck one. But it is about do the thing that makes your heart sing and walk away from resistance. And you do that initially and you'll find that things get better and your horizons improve and become more positive. Keep doing it. And then you get to your divine love. Then you get to really enjoy your innate divine flow, which is pure love. This card traditionally is paradise and fertile lands, spiritually guided, emotionally fulfilled, the full works. For me, this is heaven on earth. And that's where we're going. It comes up a lot lately because, as I've said many times, I'll say it again, when you can create that feeling of heaven on earth within you, which starts by not walking into resistance, walking away from resistance and walking into your flow. When you can create that heaven on earth within you, it will be reflected in the world outside. Okay, so this is all on an individual level and on the collective. Okay, next card. Of course, we have to have a little bit of the devil because he's traditionally about addictions. Okay, and of course it can be drug, alcohol, cigarettes, food, whatever. But it comes up a lot. I mean, in my readings are very energy healing orientated. If anyone that's watching this regularly, you will know that. And so therefore the addictions are often relating to the addictive nature of negative thinking, and the addictive nature of our programming. You know, we even when we acknowledge a limiting belief, if we're not conscious, we still start going back to that old programming, this is where affirmations come in. So when you have installed a new belief, a new, more positive belief, that's why I always suggest that people repeat them to themselves again and again to actually keep themselves in alignment with it, and it will stop you slipping back into this addictive habit of negative thinking, or following your programming from young age or from wherever, society or whatever. This idea that, if it's really difficult, then you've just got to try harder. No, if it's really difficult, turn around, do something that you find easy, do something that you really enjoy, do something that really inspires you, because that's where your destiny is and that's where your heaven on earth can be created. That's how it works. Okay, so this is your little bit of, so this is a great week. This is a week all about listening to your energy and understanding when you're resistant to something or someone. Okay, now remember, everything is energy, so we're talking about all areas of life. You could also be resistant to a thought. Okay, and there's lots of thoughts going around at the moment, and we've been programmed in a lot of ways. Okay, I don't want to get into all of that. But lots of things are being exposed at the moment, okay? And the sincerity of certain organizations and systems is all coming to light at the moment. So thoughts and programs that we've had since childhood are being questioned. So there is a lot of that, and we're still kind of a little bit addicted to wanting to trust what we've been brought up with, wanting to trust the systems that we've been brought up with. That's what we're addicted to. We're addicted to that because it feels a little bit lonely and a little bit harsh to suddenly not trust something that we've been grown up with, or a program that we think has been keeping us safe until now. So this whole situation on earth at the moment really is about starting from rock bottom. It really is about pulling that rug out from underneath you and questioning absolutely everything. And that's what this card is about. It's about our addiction to the programming that we've got and our reluctance to let go of some of the beliefs that we have got. But so we're just going to go round in a circle and come back to it, just question any resistance, because it could be resistance to this new ideas that are coming in. People might be telling you things about people and systems, and you might be like, no, I don't want to believe that. You've got resistance to it, and it's just like, well, go and do something else and just sit with it and then see what happens, see how things align, come back to it. And, by pushing against resistance is not going to help you. But just by going into your flow, that's where truth lies. Not just your divinity, your love, your destiny, your gifts, your skills. Truth lies there as well. Your truth, because it's all about you. You're the center of your own universe, and it's your truth. So listen to what your truth is, not anybody else's. Okay, that's a really important message as well. Okay, so and don't be addicted to what you believe to be true as well. What people say, you don't believe everything you hear, and I want to say to you, don't believe everything you think. Okay, we're moving away from chaos into tranquil waters, and I mean, this is certainly true in Spain, with the lockdowns being eased just a little bit, people enjoying the outside. So I think, generally speaking, worldwide, there is people are coming out of lockdown, and even those that are not, people start getting used to it. It's less of a shock, less fearful. And swords are your mental and thought processes. So this card is all about moving into tranquil, peaceful waters. So that can be on a physical level, as in what's going on around us, but also if you do walk away from your resistance and just go with your flow, it does create heaven on earth within you, and that is definitely tranquil waters, peaceful, tranquil waters. So this card, again, like all cards, are relating to your system. Remember that you are a system, and it's relating to your inner energy and your inner self. And it's also relating to that outer world that is reflecting back to you. Okay, and the last card for this week. Okay, so this is the 10 of Swords. Now, this is about feeling rock bottom, and this is about feeling back at square one. Okay, again, thought processes. Now, the whole week has been about the manifestations of thought processes. And coming away from the negative thought processes. But here we've got this negative, this is a real feeling rock bottom. Not only rock bottom, but with this card, there's a sense of feeling like you're back at square one. That's the energy of this card, is feeling like you're back at square one, which is probably because of this one. This is the addictive card of going back to your negative thinking and your negative way of viewing things. But not only that, the other reason that we're gonna start feeling a little bit like we're at rock bottom or back at square one, I think is a more apt way to interpret this card, is because of these waves of energy coming in. And because when this high fifth dimensional and above energy comes in, we have these highs. You know, you can see it all around you and within you, I'm sure, that there are these highs of just enjoying yourself and, you know, like going out into nature and getting high about the lovely, natural, free things in the world. And yet the next minute we might suddenly get really fearful and upset about being away from our loved ones and stuff like that. And we're kind of this swing, okay? And it is going on because as that high vibrating energy comes in, the light comes in, the darkness leaves. So that is all part of the healing. And I think I said this last week, and I need to say it again, is that when you're feeling low, which is what this card is about, when you're feeling low, acknowledge that there's healing in that feeling. Because as that high vibrating energy is coming in, the low vibrating energy is leaving and you feel it. You feel it as it leaves you. So it's actually not a negative thing at all. It's actually a super positive thing because those moments of feeling low is energy releasing. If you can acknowledge that, it helps the process of those negative emotions out of you. And gratitude, I said this last week and I need to say it again, gratitude is a catalyst. So if when you're feeling low, you can, rather than wallow in it, which is kind of like keeping yourself in it, if you can express some gratitude for all that you do have, then it will raise your vibration to let those negative emotions leave more easily. You will be able to process those negative emotions much more easily, and that will have the effect of raising your vibrations. So, and the expression of gratitude will also help you raise your vibrations. So gratitude is a sort of a win-win way to heal and raise your vibrations and process any low feeling, but don't deny any low feelings. It's equally important not to deny it, and you know, because if you feel low and you push yourself to do something really positive and chirpy, there's resistance again. You're not in your flow, so you've got to allow yourself to be low. Okay, it's okay, but don't wallow. There's kind of like a balance somewhere. Acknowledge it. Okay, it's normal. You're human. Acknowledge it, then get on the gratitude wagon, jump on that gratitude wagon, write a list, you know, visualize a list, just focus on the gratitude, and you will find that that will process the low energy. Those people that try and hide their low feelings and do something positive, you're just suppressing them, and that's not going to help. Because the next time you feel low, you're going to feel doubly low. It's all about energy, and it's all about processing the emotions that are going through you. And you're allowed to feel low. So let it process, okay? And let it out. Better out than in. I was going to pick another card because when I studied tarot, one of the things that I remember being taught was that if you end a reading on a negative card, you're always allowed to pick another one. But I'm really not seeing this as a negative card. I'm seeing this as a process to healing. So go with it, because there's a cycle going on here. There's the resistance, there's the going with your flow to create a new reality for yourself, finding heaven on earth, going back to the way that you used to think, because healings don't happen like that. They're cycles, you know, and then you're going to try again. You're going into calmer waters, and then you're going back to feeling low. Okay, that's fine. Process it, let it out. The next one, resistance. Okay, deal with it differently, go with your flow. So it's a process. This isn't like one event that's going to happen and you're going to be perfectly healed at the end of it. This is like a cycle. The message, the overall message with this week's card is go with the flow, go with your flow, go with your divine flow. Let it out. Let it out. Have a cry. Let it out. And then when the high energy comes in and you feel high and you want to do something positive, it's going to be really genuine. And then you're going to be able to really go with that flow. All your creativity and your expression of joy and your expression of love and your expression of who you really are. Perfect. And then if you do feel that low energy leaving you, acknowledge that you're healing. It's coming up for healing. That's what it's all about. So that's a blessing as well. So it's a week of churning over the new thoughts that are coming in, settling the new energy that's coming in. Everything's energy, including thoughts. Settling the emotions that are coming in, okay? It's a case of just acknowledging everything, processing everything, until you can get to the stage where you can love everything as it is, okay? Love what is. That's a Byron Katie book, but love what is. Just love what is. Whatever is happening, just love it with no resistance. That's a big one because that involves non-judgment and non-attachment and all those ones as well. But that's where we're going. So hopefully that's helped in some way. And lots of love and blessings to you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a really happy, healing week. Bye for now.